Hi everyone. First of all, I would like to greatly and highly appreciate your support, Russian, Israeli, and Portuguese friends. As you all know, today is the commemorating of Mahsa Amini, who was murdered by the Islamic regime in Iran because of compulsory hijab in 16 September of 2022. After the murder of Mahsa Amini by the terrorist regime in Iran, it led to rise of the movement, or better say, a revolution which spread across in Iran as well as globally. So still this revolution has not been silent and exists behind of the society in Iran. You might ask, what about the protests inside Iran? Why can't we see any protests inside Iran like Woman.Life.Freedom movement or Bloody November in 2019 again? The answer is clear. You are not dealing with one democratic country such as Portugal, which governed by human rights framework and democracy. You are dealing with terrorist radical Islamists that occupied Iran for more than 44 years, and they want to export their radical ideology beyond of its borders. All of the terrorist militia groups in the Middle East and beyond, such as Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Houthi, who have also caused the disruptions in international shipping in the Red Sea, as well as many other groups in the Middle East, Africa, and other regions of the world, are supported by the radical terrorist Islamist regime. So it is clear that why Iranian people are afraid to come to the streets, such as Women.Life.Freedom revolution and the Bloody November in 2019, because this regime kills. Just 2 years ago, the mullah's regime has been killed at least near to 600 Iranian people. This is just the number of people who murdered. There are a lot of girls and boys who were blinded, tortured, and raped by this devilish regime. A lot of Iranians are also still in prison. Apart from that, in November of 2019, at least 1,500 Iranian people were killed after the rise in the price of gasoline, only in just a few days after shutting down the internet. Some reformists who are linked to the mullah's regime want to show that Iranian people's demands is just women's rights, but that is not true. Women's rights are just one of the demands of Iranian people. Iranian people don't want reform. Iranians are tired of the essence of this destructive, corrupted, and terrorist regime. Iranian people want to live like many people who live in the free world based on human rights, which of course include women's rights and LGBTQ rights as well, for instance. So if you hear somewhere that the demand of Iranian people is just hijab and nothing else, that is not true, and that is the big lie. At the end, on behalf of the Iranian people, I must acknowledge that Iranians want regime change completely to establish a government based on human rights. Whether they want a republic parliamentary system or constitutional monarchy will be chosen by the vote of the Iranian people after the collapse of the regime. Iranians want freedom and democracy. Iranian people are also strongly disagree with their money being spent to support terrorist groups funded by the Islamic regime. Iranian people also do not have any enmity with any nation, including Israel. Concerning Russia and Ukraine's war, Iranians strongly condemn the brutal and illegitimate invasion of Russia into Ukraine. They strongly disagree with arming the Putin's regime, such as delivering weapons, missiles, and drones that Russia used against the people of Ukraine. Iranian is saying the war between Russia and Ukraine has nothing to do with them, and they advocate for peace globally. Iranians are extremely against Putin's interference in internal policies in Iran and collaboration with the Ayatollah regime. So the demand of Iranian is clear: regime change, a united and independent Iran, and friendship and peace with all nations. This is the true demand of the Iranian people. And I also wish for all women in the world to reclaim their freedom. So I would say, woman, life, freedom. This is the slogan that was created inside Iran and has spread globally. Thank you very much.